Hi guys. Today I'm going to be doing some racing against myself. Uh, Up here on your left-hand side of the screen is my best run uh, over the last couple of times I've flown this track. And I'm going to be doing some testing with different props. Uh, I'm going to be using the new Dow 5249Cs. These bad boys right here. I'm going to be trying against my classic 5046Cs, which is what I've always flown to this point. And then I'm also going to be using the new the now 5047Cs. These ones right here. I'm going to fly on 4, 5, and 6S. So you can see this. The top left is it was obviously my fastest run on 6S, and that one was with the 5249C, which is a extremely smooth prop, and that's on the new Arc 1 that's going to be released here very shortly. But yeah, I'm going to try these little Ethics V3. I believe these are 5040 props. Super strong, a really good freestyle prop. But yeah, I'm going to be doing this today because no one seems to fly around here anymore. So I'm going to have to race myself, and that's fine because I can push myself. So you'll be able to hear it has like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 start. So I have a little block set up outside. I'll be flying from inside here, and I can talk with you guys. You guys can give me some pointers if you see I'm doing something wrong, or if you want me to try something to go a little bit faster. That's what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to lose to myself for the first two batteries. So there we go. It looks like, I believe it's a 5-lap race, but you'll see here it's going to reset.
Five,
It'll do this
4,
throughout the whole
3,
video.
2, 1, go.
You can't hear me that good. Okay, let me fix that. Let's see why you can't hear me that good. Volume mixer. I'm wondering it's because I have this turned down on the internet side. Check. Let's see. Check. Yeah, that's not very loud, is it? Why can't I? Let me get this a little bit louder for you guys. And I don't talk very loud to begin with, so that probably isn't making it very easy. Turn this down and see if this helps. Check. Nope, that's no different. That had nothing to do with it. So it's got to be my mic volume, which I could adjust here, I believe. And turn this back up so there's some sort of background music. There we go. Now let me open up my mic settings. Sounds. Recording. Check. There it is. Finish. Okay, levels. Check.
5,
Check.
4,
Check.
3, 2, 1, go.
Check. Ah, there we go. How's that sounding for you guys right there? Does it sound better? It looks like it's better on my end. All right, does that sound good? Dreadwing and CMAT? Alrighty, I'm going to power up a quad and do a couple of warm up runs here, or one battery at least. I'm flying my old quad here because there's nothing but dirt, rocks, a pool with water, and a bunch of houses around me, so I've got to be really careful. I'm going to start off with 4-cell. I'll be right back. All right. I put my other blender. Passive aggressive? Well, prove me wrong. Come and fly. Prove me wrong. I've been flying alone the last 2 months. People could talk all they want. Actions speak louder than words, dog.
Finish.
All right. I'm not going to race myself this time because I know I'll get destroyed.
5,
Let's see.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I believe I have to do a corkscrew there, actually. Whew. You're okay, Butters. Oh, I gotta fix that gate. Looks like the wind may have knocked it down. It's a beast of a course, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go out there and fix that gate. It's leaning over pretty good. Battery's almost dead. Come on, Mr. 4S, you can make it. Ah, it's not gonna make it. There's that 4-cell limitation.
Finish.
Oh, that was still pretty good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I think I'm warmed up. Let's see if my 4S can keep up with my best success. Dang, check this out. Broken. Ah, there we go. Freaking joke. All right, so I'm flying my old floss that has some Emax 2306 2550s on 4S right now, and this has the Dow 5046. Archer, what's happening, man? So this rig has the 5046 Cyclones on 4-cell, going against my premium. Yeah, Ross, it's slightly puffed. She gone. It's old. All of my packs are pretty old. So we're gonna wait for my fastest self on the left side to finish, and then I'm going to race myself on the go tone. What happened? Meanwhile, finally I found a new guy. Oh, here we go. It's about to get crazy. No time for talking.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I'm racing Nytfury. He's slow. I'm gonna bust him up right now. Packing his bags. Oh, I didn't fix that gate yet. Shoot. Oh, I'm shaky. I'm actually nervous racing myself. I have no idea where I am compared to myself. So this is really good practice because I'm just nervous the whole time. Oh, I could do that turn better for sure. Whew. Come on, Shaun, hold it together. Hold it together. So far, this battery is holding strong. Final lap. I have no idea where my fastest self is. Ah! Don't go down. Hold it together. Hold it together. Hold it together. Hold it together. Oh! Come on, Shaun. Stay smooth. Don't force it. Oh, the battery's dead. I can't make it. No. Ah, 4S junk. That would have been a good race, I think. That would have been a good race had my stupid 4-cell battery been able to make 4 laps. Man, I'm shaking. I am shaking.
Go.
Who there, FPV? Thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, so that was 4-cell, 2550 kV, Dow 5046 Cyclones. I would have beaten myself. Oh, Brian. Stupid 4S. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to get that quad. Ugh. Look at that. That was one of my old 1.3 graphene batteries back in the Hobby King days. That's how old these batteries are. Oh, yeah, 4 volts. And I'm flying my, this is the Dragana. So this was a concept frame that I worked on with Surge a while back. This is the only one I've got. I had another one that I gave to Alex Vanover for our call out. So this, I believe that was the 2 concepts that I had. But this is what I'm flying here now. And I'm flying it against, I'm going to fly this until I can actually beat myself. And then I'm going to pull out the Arc 1. I'll show you guys like a detailed walk around that thing. And I'll try to just smash my record with that. So we'll see. I'm going to throw a 5S up in the air right now. All right, so now I'm running my Bonka. This is, I believe this is this is a 1500 5-cell. This still has my magnet from DR1.
3, 2, 1, go.
So this still has my magnet from DR1 that I should probably take off, but I'm going to leave on for now. So I'm going to let this one play out here. You could just, again, that's just on a loop. That's my best run to date. I haven't flown this a whole lot, but it was still a pretty good clean run of 4 laps. So as soon as that guy lands and starts again, I'm going to race him again, this time on 5S Cyclone 5046Cs. And see if I can hold it together. That last run was really close. I think I may have beat myself on that one had the 4-cell been able to last the 4 laps. So I'm going to power it up. I'll be right back. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, so I'm going to wait here. Wait for the countdown. Here we go. Looks like this is the final lap. I'm still shaking. I'm actually shaking. I'm racing my digital self. I do need to go out and fix that second tunnel gate out there because that's it's rough. It's an elevated section.
Finish.
Here we go. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
5S power. Oof, getting a little shaky. On to lap 2. So I notice with the 5-cell pack, I have a little bit more of a drift in the turns, because that's just because it's a lot heavier, I think. Ooh, that was close. That was a good turn. Oof. This is a pretty good run. Gotta hold it together for this last one. Ooh, almost crashed. Over the pool. Good turn. Stay smooth. Oh, finished.
Finish.
Oh, I think I got myself. I think I beat myself there. I'll have to go back and look at the live stream, but I'm pretty sure I got it. It was really close, though. That was a freaking battle. Hey. Oh, my goodness. Let me go get that battery. I'll be right back. That was actually really fun. Whew, I'm shaking after that one. Yeah, I got it that time. Heck yeah. So that was on 5S. So that gave me the little bit of extra distance that I needed, and also I think it had the horsepower advantage. I'm gonna drop back down to 4-cell and see if I can keep it clean, and I want to see if I can keep it clean and beat myself on 4S. I do notice that I'm more nimble, like in the turns on the 4-cell. It's going to matter on me doing some nice smooth transition turns and carrying my speed, because that's what's killing all my milliamps, and I'm trying to make this 4S last this 4 laps. So I'll let this this next one play out, and then I'll go again, and then I'm going to switch up some props.
Go.
I'll switch up my props after this next one. I'll probably jump to the 50-47s. Right now it's 50-46s. So far, it's still really, really close. That last battle was really, really close with myself. So uh, I think I could beat myself with 4S because I was right there. I just have to stay nice and clean. But yeah, let me go put this outside. And this is my last run on 50-46Cs. So if you're curious, as far as my hey Skadoosh, what's happening, man? Um, yeah, I don't have the luxury of setting my throttle to 90% though, because I got to go fast, man. Because my faster self here that's flying was able to do 4 laps, so I have to. I need the power. So what I'm running right now is the Flight 1 millivolt OSD Spark 32 combo with my DR1 custom hardware. Cux, what's happening? I'm running my the custom ESC tones hardware, which is like that quick start tone, and running the new sim mode with my rates, obviously. And yeah, we're gonna see how this last one goes because I was right there on that first 4S run. Goggles, I'm using the HDOs, dude, with my rapid fire module. I'm actually sitting inside of our house. Oh, no time for talking. It's race time. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Good start. Here we go. Just gotta stay smooth here. Serve some battery. That was beautiful. On to lap 2. I'm trying to be nice and smooth in these transitions, conserving my battery to make it that all 4 laps. Oof, that 4-cell sag. I saved it though. I do notice with these 50-46s, there's a lot of a lot of push in the turns, kind of like a big buffer, which is what allows them to be a little bit more efficient than a lot of other props. Oh no, I got stuck in my dive gate, but I'm okay. All right, I'm not winning this one. I was just cutting it too tight, but I'm gonna see if I can finish the 4 laps. There's some commotion going on behind me. I don't know if my wife was coming in or going out. So this will show you just making one mistake, just how far behind you'll get to someone who doesn't make a mistake on the track.
Finish.
Look at that. I just finished, and I'm like, that put like a massive gap on myself.
5,
All
4, 3,
right, that's it.
2.
But I would have been able to make it that time, which is unfortunate because I think I was right there with myself until I made that mistake and tapped that dive. That's a good run, though. Oh, man. Christian, give me that bolt. I'm not sure what you're talking about, man. Honestly, I'm really not sure. Dang, that was a good run. I'll be right back. Let me go grab that quad. Shoot, I should give it 4-cell one more shot because that was a close. That was a close run. Let me do that one more time. One more 4-cell run. I got my little flying buddy with me today. This is my baby girl. Go get comfy. All right. Well, dang it. That last run was so close. No, Dreadwing, I don't know what that is. You're going to have to contact him directly, man. I know that's the first I've heard anything about that.
Finish.
I'm not quite ready, so I don't know if I'll be ready to go. I'm going to try here.
4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. A good transition into that dive. On to lap 2. I'll tell you what, guys, there is no room for error out here. And I'm using little tiny gates, too. All right, here we go. It's good 2 solid laps. On to lap 3. You have to back it off a little bit here. That battery's hurting. Oh, man. I don't know if I can make this last lap. It looks like it's tired. Oh, yeah, that battery's done. It ain't going to make it. Dang it. Must not have been as good of a pack. So I'm just going to try to back it off just to finish this. These force cells are killing me.
Finish.
Oh, even with the dead battery, I was right on my own butt. Oh.
5,
Nytfury's lucky I didn't have a good battery.
1,
So close.
go.
More force action? That's pretty close racing. I'm going to have to just keep on doing it. Yeah, just message him, dude. I'm sure he'll just send it right to you, Brian, for that ESC. They only let us run 4. Yeah. It's just this specific track, dude. I'm guessing that it's about 2 minutes long total, so it's just pushing the boundaries. And I just got to drop down my KV, but I'm running 5046s on 2550, which is a little too high. Maybe I will. I'm gonna try one more 4S. I'm so close. I was right on my own butt that time, so I want to get. I really want to beat myself a 4S before I start moving on to the next prop. Whew, that's another puppy pack. All right, this is a 1500 CNHL battery this time, so that's going to give me, I think, that extra little bit that I need. But I just got to keep it smooth. I'm finding myself getting a little jerky because I know that I'm racing a fast version of myself. So, all right, just got to smooth it out. Oh, I was out in front on the sag? Dang it. Oh, here we go. It's on now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Right, this is looking pretty smooth so far. It's feeling good. Good transition. That was a good first lap. Ooh, that's pretty good second lap. Good transition. This one's feeling pretty solid. Can the battery hold up? Ooh, that was a good dive. No wasted space. On to my final lap. I have a strong suspicion that I'm out in front. I need a spotter. This is good practice. It's making me let it eat all the way in. Nail that dive. Yes! Get up and over! 12 volts! Yes! Done! Smashed him.
Finish.
That's right. Packing Nytfury's bags. Better take that 6S on with yourself.
5,
That was a good run, man. Woo!
1.
Holy crap, that was freaking fun. Alrighty, guys, that is it for 4S and Cyclone 5046Cs. I just beat myself by, I would say, a second or two. That was pack number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was pack number 5. That was my fastest yet. So now I'm going to throw some 5047s on, and I'll probably have to get a couple of laps down and get used to them. But we'll see how they compare using 4S to the 5046s. We'll see if where my efficiency goes. Let's see where. Let's just see what's what. Yeah, here's one full set of 5047Cs. Let me go grab that quad. I'll be right back. Be right back. Oh man, that was a good run there. All right, so yeah, I really enjoy the 5047s, which is what I'm going to run now. They seem every bit as strong as the good 5046s, but they give you just that little extra bit of like a sticky tire feel in the turns. They don't fade out quite as much as these 5046s, which I think is going to mean that obviously my efficiency is going to go down. And as you saw right there, I just barely made it across the line at a low voltage on that 4S. That was a 1500 voltage.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so back in the bag, the 5046s go. Let's throw these bad boys on. So these 5047s are, right now, I would say it's a good tie between these and the 5249C props for my faves. I like the Gem Fan 5149s as well, but they break too easy, or they bend, and they're just not very strong. But they are really smooth, don't get me wrong. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, the reason I'm here at the house is Tang's just right next. She's in the next room, and the baby's due today, so it could be any time. So we're just waiting now. We're just waiting, and I'm just staying close. And this racetrack here at my house is actually a lot funner than most of the tracks I set up, like at the Blue Museum or having to go to the park. And it's private. I don't have to worry about anybody bugging me or walking in my track. All right. Oh, that was actually my 6 battery. We put a 4S on this. And so now we're going to be running my good old Dragana 2550 kV 2306s, Dow 5047C Cyclones. And this is obvious. This is all on a. This is the original Bolt 3-volt stack with sim mode. And I'm going to be running 4, 5, and 6S. Right now it's going to be 4S. So let me go put this out on the line, and we'll see what's what.
Finish. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, so I originally had kind of set this up for maybe a possible tiny whoop party, but I just don't really fly tiny whoop all that much, and no one here in Albuquerque seems to fly all that much anymore. So now I've set it up for split screen, so me and my wife can fly at the same time, but her being pregnant and due at any time can't really fly. So I figured out that I could just run this thing on a loop and just race myself, which is good competition as well. But it's so nice because I can fly from inside the house because it's freezing outside, and I get good video everywhere. I'm just using a little Eachine ROTG02 diversity receiver that just plugs in through USB-C. Works perfect. It's really nice actually because I just hang out here. I have it hooked up to my big screen TV, so if I do have people come over, they could sit here and watch live all the split screen. So it's kind of cool. So I'm just waiting for myself to finish this run, and then I will goggle up and I'll race myself. Only thing I change now is the props, going from 5046C to 5047C. God, I tell you what though, this other quad is way smoother than the one that I'm flying right now. These Emax RS2s, the bearings just get chewed up so quick, and yeah, it's it is what it is.
Finish.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, these don't have that sag in the turn. They just seem to bite. See, like, oh god, it's too low though. Uh-oh, what is that? I might have picked up a little. Oh, I think I'm in a string or something. Oh, I think a prop may have come loose. I didn't tighten down those props. Lost that one. I'll be right back, guys. I was wondering, I went around that turn, it just felt like it just spun on me. I think maybe I may have picked up a piece of string on that gate though, and I got to fix it to get out there either. Take that prop tool with me.
Finish. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's weird. I didn't pick anything up. It just wasn't taken back off. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just gonna cruise the rest of this battery because it ain't gonna be able to make it nowhere for sure. I tighten the props. You know what I'll do is I'll go real slow. So I have my little launch stand set up right here in that corner, that little yellow thing right there. Launch stand, and I launch straight, come around the flag. And this is all dirt and gravel and then a pool. Up and over here. I can't get too tight because of all that scraggle. Over the pool, into a blind 90 right. Jumping up, there's boulders and rocks. There's a bunch of scraggle right behind there. Coming around this little dead tree. Straight away over a bunch of more dirt and rocks. And this is magnetic. So if I touch anything, it's a bunch of gunk all in the motor. I fixed that gate there. Come straight back across and try to go between these two flags and split S. And then it's just a simple dive. Then I come around the flags. Around the tree, up and over the house. And there's a big split S right here. More magnetic dirt, and that is a lap. So I'll just try to be smooth here. I'm not going to go too slow. It's way fun, but it's very unforgiving at the same time.
Finish.
Very good practice, though. Myself whooped myself that time.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So far, the neighbors haven't said anything. They're not complaining. I feel like this is a lot louder than it actually is. My wife says it's not too loud. So it's probably just me being a little paranoid. So my plan is to just go out and just move all this stuff around and make new tracks every week, and then just kind of try to beat myself every time, get faster and faster and more consistent. I will. If you guys see anything I'm doing here that you think I could do a little bit better, a little faster, a little cleaner, trying to just lower my lap time, just let me know. I'm totally open to your constructive criticisms. I mean, obviously, I would love way more to fly with people, but this is about as good as it gets right now. So I'm just going to keep on doing this. All right, I'll bring it in after that one. That's pretty good. So now you got an idea of the track. It's a pretty big area, this place. Pretty big. But it's still a super tight course. Need to get some grass or some turf. Alrighty, guys. So, do you guys see anything that you would do differently? Anything that you would change? Where I could shave off some time? Because I'm going to try to battery up another 4S and not crash out this time. We have about 2 minutes of time in between here. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Go ahead and post them up. I'm going to go swap out the battery and I'll answer them.
2, 1, go.
right. Any questions? No questions. You guys wouldn't change anything. Right now you think that the lines are perfect, huh? It's impossible. You could always do better. If in case you're wondering, I am using Shaun launch mode in Flight 1, which allows me to tilt like Betaflight. It never falls off the stand, so I know if you guys have run Flight 1 in the past, I'm sure you've had issues leaning on some quads. Well, even with these chewed up bearings and these trash motors, it's still able to lean just fine. Oh, Granger, heck yeah, dude. Thanks, man. Dave Small, my rates are 400, 400, 200. So 400 on pitch and roll, 200 degrees on yaw. 10% expo on pitch and roll, and only 2% on yaw because basically there's no yaw anyway. Yeah, I'll do the split S over the house closer to the gate. I'll try to do that. That's good advice. Thanks, Marshall.
Finish.
All right, here we go. Let's put it together.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good start. Oh, this battery is not very good. I'm going to have to back it way off. It's already hitting low points. Okay, close to the gate. How's that? That was a little better, huh? Thank you. That was good advice. Feeling pretty good so far. This battery's not happy, but I just backed it off about 10% on my throttle finger side. I'm trying to flow the speed everywhere and not stop. I'm trying to carry speed everywhere, that Gary Kent style. All right, this is the final lap. Nice and tight on the gate. Thank you, Marshall, for that advice. I appreciate it, buddy. I think that cut down some time for sure. Just gotta stay smooth. Gotta stay smooth. Oh, the battery is so dead. I'm gonna try to bring it all the way in. Come on, baby, all the way up and over. Yes!
Finish.
Oh, crushed it. All thanks to that split S over the house advice, Marshall.
5,
That's all you, buddy. Thank you.
3, 2,
I appreciate that.
go.
That was a good run. So that was 4S, 5047Cs. That was probably my fastest run yet, and that's only my second pack on the 5047s. And I also had a bad battery, which made it all the way. It made it all the way to the end. I don't know. That goes to say something. I know you could see my milliamp draw. Yeah, Marshall, thanks, man. That's all you, dog. That's I think just cutting that split S a little bit tighter was that was key. So I guess now we can run 5S on the 5047s and see if I could smash myself even more. Well, that didn't come out right. See if I could beat myself even more. I'll be right back. It's gonna have to be this one. This is the last 5S I've got. It's gotta be this. This has got to be the one. All right, I think I might be able to make this next run. I can get fired up in time. All righty, here we go. Right into it. No brakes. 5-cell. Here we go.
2, 1, go.
Monster start. Oh my gosh, this. Oh no. Ooh, that was so close. I'm gonna have to take a walk, guys. I'm gonna restart that one. That was not very good. That was just a little bit too much power. Holy crap! Right off that get go. I needed a little more time to sit down and get comfortable. Be right back. All right, I got plenty more battery left, so I'll get him on the next one. Get comfortable this time. Yeah, it was close, but it didn't go in the pool.
Finish.
All right, I think I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Let's do this, guys.
5,
I gotta chill out on my launch.
3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, that was tight. Oof. It's rolling on this battery, guys. Oh my goodness. 2550 kV, 5047 cyclones on 2550. What on 5S? Ooh, that was a good transition. See how I blow out a little wide in them turns? That's that weight that I was talking about. But these props are helping out with that immensely. All right, come on, Shaun, smooth it out, smooth it out, smooth it out. Oh, I don't know if the battery can make it. Chill out, Shaun. Just make it. Just make it, dog. Come on, up and over the house. Yes! 5 volts on a 5S. Crushed myself. Oh, man. That was rolling.
5,
I'm shaking that time. Yeah, I was
3,
holding my breath.
2, 1, go.
Oh, my God. Yeah, dude, the Flight 1 stack is it works well. And I mean, if you've only ever flown Betaflight and you want to fly, you just have to fly Betaflight because that's what you're used to. You can still throw it on a Flight 1 stack just the same. I personally like the feel of Flight 1 much better for racing because it has like a stickier tire feel. But man, that last run, 5 cell dropped down to 5 volts. She gone. But that was my fastest run. I think I'm ready to fly some 6S. What do you think? Let's do some 6S on this and see what the difference is there. Well, you can see that the 4S 1500 and the 5S 1500 actually both dropped out around the same. Just because I'm pulling so many amps on that 1500. It's actually a lot worse. It just lowers my efficiency so much. Yeah, dude, sim mode is amazing. You see smoke? It's all right. It's just being dramatic. 6S on 2550 5047C Cyclones in a tight technical backyard track. What could go wrong? There you go. Let's go. Bonka 95C 1300 6S. Oh, it's about to be broken.
Finish. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So I had to leave that battery outside because it needs to calm down. That battery needs to calm down. It is really, really puffy and making noises. It can't come in the house. All right, so first run on 6S, this crazy high KV, 5047Cs. It's about to be crazy. I'm thinking it's probably going to desync, honestly. There's only a couple of motors that I know of that I can run 4, 5, and 6 without any issue. That's the Willy 2300s and the T motor 2350s. I personally I'm a little more I like the Willys, but the T motors are just so nice. They're so smooth. But the Willys just make a ton of power. I have my new motors coming out soon. They're coming out on the Ready to Fly Arc 1. They're going to be 2306, 2300s, and they can go 4, 5, and 6S all the same. Oh, yeah, get the s'mores ready. All right, I think this is the last lap. I don't think I'm gonna try to compete with myself on this one. We'll see how it's feeling, because this is high kV and nonsense voltage. So we'll see. I thought that was the last lap. This must be the last lap.
Finish.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna let myself go a little bit. I think.
5,
I don't know if I can get this. Let's see if it'll.
2, 1, go.
I'm just barely touching the throttle and it's screaming. I just love the feel of 6S in the corners. It just bites. There it is. Nice transition. That's what I was looking for. Oh, that battery's done. So do you guys see that? 6S could not even make it that last lap. So that we're talking about that efficiency thing. I think I was smoking myself, yes, but I could make it 3.5 laps tops. So guys, this is gonna be one of those teaching points of you need to gear towards your racetrack. So I know right now the only way I will make those 4 laps, I will not. I'll need something like an 1800 milliamp 6S on that IKV, which I do have. I'll put one of those 1800 milliamp 6S's on, but am I really gaining any performance? I'm thinking not, because it's going to be so heavy that yes, I can make it, but why do that when you could just throw a 5S on it, or even a 4S that's really close in speed? You could just run. So this is where we're having a rig that could run a 4, 5, and 6S without having to change a tune. You could just gear it for the racetrack just by throwing a battery on it. You don't even need to mess with props. Like, you could just figure out what prop can you make it on early in your first couple of practices, and then you just gear it with your battery. And as long as you can control it, I mean, obviously it's going to come down to what are you comfortable doing. But right there, I was way out in front. I have a feeling, but I made it 3 laps. So did it matter how fast the 6S was? Not even slightly. So I'll get an 1800 6S, and I'll show you. I'll probably make it 4 laps. I'll probably beat myself, but it'll be about the same where the 5S was. So let's do that right quick. Here, be right back. By the way, that 6S is probably broken because I think I saw 5 volts, and it's supposed to be 22. Ooh, that battery is hot, but it's not puffed, but it's super hot. All right, here we go. Bonka 1800 milliamp 26S.
2, 1, go.
So just to give you a reference, look at how big that monster is on this quad. All right, so I got a little time. That run just started, so I have about a minute and a half. Yeah, it dropped quick. Now, again, this is 2550. There's absolutely no reason I should be running 2550 on 6S. So this will be the last run I do with this one, and then we're going to drop up. We're going to jump to the 5249 dowels, and then I'm going to show you guys what I think about these Ethics freestyle props for racing. I was surprised, but let me go put some away. Okay, so this one's going to be a lot heavier, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to control this, but in the turns, it's going to have a lot more drift. It's going to feel more like that 5046 that I was flying earlier. So you can see that everything just starts to kind of balance out. Why use 1800 milliamp 6S when you can use a 1300 milliamp 4S on a track like this and get just as far, almost as fast? Yeah, I'll talk to you about the dive gate here in a sec, man. Ranger, I'll talk to you about that dive gate. I just got to keep it smooth because I'm watching myself here, and I was quite a bit smoother there. Yeah, it's really easy to build, dude. I'll talk you through it.
Finish.
All right, here we go. Here we go. 25 volts of what?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh, it's got some pop. It is fast on this high KV6S for sure. It's stupid fast, but I don't need stupid fast. I need some efficiency to make it 4 laps. So that was only about half throttle going up and over the house there. It's feeling smooth. It's feeling good. Look at that voltage, it's low. And we're done. Couldn't even make it. Still couldn't make it. I know I was out in the lead pretty healthy, but I would not have been able to make it, and that's a really expensive battery, so I do not want to I do not want to break that battery. It's like $50 or $60 battery. But I know I was out in front, so yes, it has a faster lap for sure. Now, if I drop down the KV, if I drop it down to 2300, I'll be able to make it 4 laps, no problem. But if I drop it down to like 2150, I may be able to make 5 laps. So, yeah. Phil, you like turtles, huh? I like turtles too, dog. I got a couple of them in the garage. All right, let me go unplug that quad. I'm going to let myself calm down, and I'll talk to you about that dive gate and any questions you guys may have. I'll be right back. Yeah, so that battery's pretty warm, but it's not hurt. It's not puffy or anything, so it's happy. I just didn't want to ruin that thing. It's a nice battery. It's one of my better batteries that I don't want to trash. So I know I could have made it if I really, really would have tried to push, but it wasn't worth it. I'm sure you guys got the point. I could have made it, yes, but it would still come across the line about the same. I probably would have been a couple of seconds faster top, so maybe it's something that you could think about for like finals. Like if you're in the final race and you're racing against the really, really fast guys and you have to have every last bit of performance, cool. But personally, I want to drop it down to 2300 kV and then see what's what. I'll bet you I'll go faster with the 2300s and I'll be more efficient. I think this 2550 setup was just kind of nonsense. Motors are hot too. All right, let me talk about that dive gate. So Granger FPV, that dive gate's actually really, really simple. I guess I can't really pause this because it's just on a repeat, but it's just 4 10-foot pieces of PVC, 3/4 inch. This is just 4 stakes, kind of just I hammered them in at angles going outwards at all 4 corners, and then my buddy's the one that made it. It's 20 foot of bungee cord, and then he just went to hold on, let me hold this up top.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, so it's 20 foot of bungee cord that's just cut into 4 pieces. They're 5 foot long, but they're stretchy, and they're just basically tied. And when you make a knot, you just get little bungees with those little hooks on each side. And I just drilled a hole at the top of each 4 of those 10-foot PVC pipes. Just hook that in, and hook the other side to each corner, and it just stretches. And you could get any fabric you want. You just sew the fabric into like a tube and just throw it over the bungee cords, and it's easy to set up with just even one person. It doesn't destroy your quad because it just bounces around, but it's easy to see as well. It's super lightweight, so the wind doesn't blow it over. Like all of my gates here are designed to be in high wind because it's always windy here in Albuquerque. So I use temp poles, and this fabric is just sewn around the temp poles. It's super easy to see, like you could see. As well as being really durable, but it doesn't destroy your quad when you hit it going Mach everything. I do have some smaller gates, such as these two right here. Like this is a small gate. This is a regular size gate. This is a small gate right here. Small gate meaning it's about 3 foot by 3 foot opening arch. What that is just some PEX tubing with that same yellow material just sewn around it. It's the easiest way that I found to do gates. You just hammer in a couple of stakes and just bend it and just throw it in. It's so easy. Yeah. Dave Small. I do have. If you look at my YouTube channel, there's a. I think it's called Ultimate Tutorial or something. It's a few videos back. I actually talk in detail about the dive gate. So check that out. That's going to be a lot better than what I could tell you here. Basically, what I do is I always keep my eye on the openings of everything. I never take my eye off of gates. When I do, it's usually a split S, and that's just because it's timing. Yeah, Granger, no worries, dude. And also that dive gate is in that tutorial as well. And I believe I talked about how that was made. I know Big Russ has been contacting me, and I think he may be doing a write-up because he built that exact dive gate using the stuff that I told him to get. And I think he was going to do a write-up. So just look out for Big Russ. And I think he may be releasing like step by step. But it's really easy. Four PVC 10-footers, 20-foot of bungee cord, 4 S hooks, and 4 stakes. And if you want, you could even just get 8 5-foot PVC, 3/4 inch PVCs, and then just get some little couplers. So then you could just throw it into like a trunk or something because it'll fit in a trunk. And that's a whole 10-foot dive gate, which is nice. It's the best dive gate that I've seen used. Obviously, it's not a multi-level like a cube or anything, but if you want to practice dives, it's the easiest way to set it up. So yeah, I think I'm good. I took a little break. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna show you guys my pride and joy here first. That's the new Arc One. It's gonna be released from Darkside Quads, which is my company. Darkside Quads. Me and my buddy Shaun Stanford started in the very beginning, back in 2015. I had the Millennium Falcon, which we called the Freighter, the Speeder, which I won the first XDC with, the Slave One, which is like Boba Fett's ship. I won a couple of big races with that, including an Australian race. So those were kind of back in the old Nays 32 days where everything was hard mounted, and it was cool. But we also built the Arc 200, which is what I won the first multi-GP national championship with. It's really a famous quad, and it's really sentimental. So I've been talking with Preston over at Flight One since the DR1.
2, 1, go.
Shut up, Shaun. So as you guys have seen, the DR1 Champion Series, this is the quad that's responsible for winning twice. This is a 2-time Invitational World Championship quad, I guess is what you could call it. So this is the Flight One Leo. So this is kind of a hybrid. This new one is the one that we are flying this year. Has 5mm arms. It's a freaking tank. It's got a removable top that's and also has a GoPro built in. It just looks cool. So this is something that I worked on with Preston 2 years ago that I was going to release, but I just never really signed off on it because at the time, honestly, I didn't dig it. I think it's because he called it a Leo, and I hate that name. I hate the name Leo. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. So, but anyway, this is what we flew at both DR I flew at both championships, DR1 last year before I had the knee injury, and this year. We all flew them. Me, Thomas, and Alex Vanover flew these this year. So this is a proven design. So this is available if you want to get from Flight One. They're a really good quad for just all around. You could freestyle with them, you could race with them. Honestly, it's pretty heavy. All up weight with props, everything was it's about 340 grams, which is pretty heavy. But it's 5mm. It's really super strong. It's a tank. It protects everything really well, and it's made to carry a GoPro. So yeah, it's a really good quad. But what we also have was the Starving Leo. Starving Leo was a lighter version, race version of this. It didn't have all of this. It just had a top plate,
Finish.
which honestly I did not like at all in the beginning because it was like 3mm arms. It was
5,
220 grams all up.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yes, it was a lot lighter. It was a racing version that snapped very easily. So the ARC 200 back in the day was known as being very, very light. It was one of the first FPV X quads, modeled after the Warp Quad, which was at the time they only had the Warp Quad 200, which was just 3mm arms. It was not designed for FPV. So Darkside Quads came out with the ARC 200, which is 4mm removable arms that carried FPV equipment. That was something that was really that was kind of special to me at the time. So I thought, I want to revive Darkside Quads. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I will be releasing the Freighter, the Speeder, all of our Darkside Quads. We have a bunch of them. They're all basically, they're just cool quads. They're not really so much designed for winning races, besides maybe the ARC 200. But Preston, myself, Truk, and PG3 got together, and we've been working on a quad that it's called the ARC 1. This is going to be the brand new Darkside Quad racing legitimate quad that I fly. First, we're going to release the frame, and then I'm thinking the first quarter of next year, we're going to have a full ready to fly. It's going to be $299, and it's going to come with every single thing that I run and fly, and that's it. It's ready to fly. It's going to come with every single thing, kind of like a Hawk 5, but really fast, smart audio, the whole deal. And I'll show that to you right now. All right, here it is in the flesh. This is the final version. We've gone through a bunch of different versions. This is the final version. Shut up, Shaun.
1, go.
Here we go. This is the final version of the ARC 1. Oh, video quality got bad? Hopefully it's good. You know what? Maybe it's because I need a quad to be powered on. Here, one second. Maybe if I have that powered on, it'll make the video quality better. I know it's done that in the past. So this was the Leo with 5mm arms. This is the new ARC 1. So it's very slim, streamlined, 5mm arms, crossfire, the whole deal. Oh, you can barely make it out. There we go. Let me get a little closer. So there's the top plate. So this is the racing version. It'll have a canopy as well, if you prefer to have a canopy. It'll also have TPU stuff that you can mount on like a race car. It's going to have different sections of 3D prints that you can put on if you want. Right now, mine is just as basic as can be. So it's running the Spark 32 millivolt OSD stack on the newest firmware. It's running the newest sim mode. It's running my quick start ESC tones, which is basically as soon as I plug it in, it's initialized. As soon as I put it on the ground, it's gone. It doesn't. It'll arm in your hand if you let it. Like it's dangerous, but it's that DR1 really fast start. It's got a solid mount. Here, let me get this prop out of the way if I can. It's got a solid camera mount. There you go. You can kind of get in there and see that now. So it's got a carbon camera mount, which to me is very important. You could actually run a battery on the top or the bottom, whichever you prefer. I like to run them on the bottom because when I crash into stuff, I usually hit the battery and cut up leads, which I don't want to do. These are not the motors, obviously. These are Willy 2300s. So the actual ready to fly version, which comes out first quarter next year.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my God, shut up, Shaun. Anyway, it's going to have 2306, 2300 kV dark side motors. They are going to be 4, 5, and 6S right out of the box. So what I've come to call it is 4S for practice, 5S for qualifying, 6S for let it eat for the finals. It's 5mm removable arms, and they're all locking, which I'll show you down here. Let me pull off this UMA grip pad. So if you could see right there, they all lock underneath. So they're they're really, really stiff. There's no movement at all on this quad. It's a really, really strong design, but you know what? It's basic. It will come in 3 different versions. It's going to come in a True X, which is my personal favorite. This is a True X. I like True X the best because that's just the way that I fly. I fly left and right sideways as much as I do straight forward. It'll also come in a stretch version, which is what most people tend to fly now. And also the new hybrid version, which is where the 2 front arms are in closer and the 2 rear arms are out wider and longer. So it gives you kind of the feel of a True X while maintaining the theoretical stability of a stretch. I'm not sold on it. I've actually flown all the different versions, and I was fastest around the race course with just a True X, and that's after flying the stretch and the hybrid all day. So that's it. It'll just come bind and fly, ready to go. But the frame is going to be released here within the next couple of weeks, I believe, is what it is. We went a little bit wider on the stance to get rid of that vortice effect. So you have a lot more space here with this. So this is the 5249. So it clears that frame pretty easily right there.
3, 2, 1, go.
So yeah, it clears everything pretty easily. It's so smooth, and that's what I was flying. That's what I'm flying in this top left video, and you could tell it's my best run, but I'm not pushing it by any means, and I've been pushing today trying to keep up with that. So I think the next live stream I'll just fly this. I might fly it a little bit today, but I just don't want to go out there and smash it because I only have 2 of them right now. They're still my R&Ds, but I just like them so much. I don't want to throw them out in the magnetic dirt and trash them. So I might just cruise it around real slow. I do have to run some tests with this with the 5249, so I guess now will be a good time. So yeah, this is what I'll fly now. I'll fly the ARC 200 now, but I'm not gonna go crazy fast. Not unless maybe I'm feeling it. You guys know me. I'm crazy. So I guess I'll start with 4S. Let's put this up in the air. So this is the ARC 1. Dark Side Quads, ARC 1. All right. First flight with this bad boy. So this one, I've been flying this other little stretch frame all day. I'm probably going to take it quite easy on this first run. Definitely not racing myself. Let me unplug this one now so it's not overpowering. It's so weird. I have to have a quad plugged in to have good quality. So this time I'm not racing myself. Yeah, I know. Unplug the other quad. Okay, so yeah, I don't have a whole lot of camera tilt here either, so that's good for me. It'll just make me stay nice and chill here. Gosh, it's way smoother. These 5249s are amazing. Just no prop wash anywhere. It's amazing. So this VTX I'm using right now, guys, you're gonna laugh. This is a little cheap junker, a AKK. It costs like 14 bucks. Smart audio, the whole deal. Look, it's got great video quality. I'm inside of my house. It's just fine. I'm on 200 milliwatt, so yes, I am kind of cheating, but I mean, I'm not gonna take a chance and run 25 milliwatt and slam into my neighbor's house over there, right? Oh man, I love the way this thing feels. So this is on slow-mo. This is only 4S. This is as slow as this thing goes. And I'm just chilling, and it's still it's just carving. I really think you guys are going to get a kick out of this quad. For a ready to fly, I mean, the Hawk 5, I flew that for a while. It was all fine and dandy, you know, but this just takes it up 10 notches. And this is my gift to you guys. This is everything that I fly that I think that I could pass on. And look at how efficient it is. It's so much more efficient than that other rig. It's crazy.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I just enjoy flying this quad. It's just fun to fly. And, you know, 5mm arms, it's just 2 screws, pull it off. Easy to work on. I don't know. I really think that this is where it's at for a racing quad. All right, that was a pretty good opening run. 2 minutes of just cruising. Great video quality though, right? I mean, I run TVS Unify Pros on everything, but that's pretty dang good video for a $14 VTX. All right, let me go grab that quad and we'll throw some. I think I'm gonna start racing myself. Let's go up with the camera tilt just a tad, Right there, that's about. I'd say it's about 50 degrees if I had to guess, maybe. Be right back. I'm gonna get another 4S on this thing. I love that quad. It flies so good. All right. I didn't change the camera tilt. I think that's cheating. I'm going to race myself with the same camera tilt. Same quad, except 4S versus 6S. Here we go, right into it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's putting in work, this 4S. I'll tell you what. Straight in. On a run here, guys. Arc 1 holding it down. 4S versus 6S. I think that 6S getting them bags packed. No, I made it. Yeah, even with it. Even with a correction.
Finish.
Oh, that was... I just crushed myself. Crushed myself on 4S. That's that much better. That's that much faster. That quad on my first race was that much better than the other quad that I flew with the Emax motors all day long, even on 6S. It wasn't even close. And I even made a mistake. So, man, that quad flies so ridiculously good. That was awesome. All right, let me get the quad. That was really, really fun. I think it needs a 5S. I think I'm out of 5. I'll throw a 6 on it. Small 6S. There she is. Say hi to everybody.
Finish.
Oh, I'm not making that race. So we got 2 minutes to talk.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So that was 2,300 kV on 4S. 2,300 kV 4S. And I beat myself pretty good, even after tapping the ground and making a correction. Let's see. After the hairpin on the back straight before the double gate straight, it looks like you always hesitate to line them up. Could shave some time off there. All right, Marshall, I'm going to think about that. So you want me to commit and carve through there? Don't look at it. Just go through it. I'm going to try that. Jay Jones, heck yeah, dude. I'll show you. I will show you the. I'll show you the quad after this next run. I got to try to beat myself one last time, and then I'll talk to you in depth about the quad. David, no BM for me anymore, man. I'm waiting for the baby. I can't leave my wife. The due date is today, so it could be any time. So I keep myself close. All right. So keep it tight and carry my speed around that hairpin. I know you're talking about right here. I do that because that's a jump in elevation. I know it's hard to tell, but it's an upwards hill, so it's kind of scary. So if I'm not lined up straight, it's not easy. But it's okay. It's okay. All right, so this is going to be Arc 1 versus Arc 1. So far, this my old best setup, this brand new, ready to fly, it just annihilated it. So, and that was my second battery through it. And that was only on 4S. So now I'm running 6S on it. I know this thing can jump seamlessly. So here we go. I'm going to take it easy at first and then just feed it in as I'm feeling it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
God, it's so powerful. I need to chill out. Right here, carry the speed. This thing is ludicrous. Let's carry the speed. Oh, God. That's so scary, carry the speed through there, Marshall. Carry the speed. Oof. Final lap. That was bonkers fast, guys. Wow. Landed. Where's Nytfury at? Did I only do 3 laps? If I only did 3 laps, I'm pretty sure I just smashed myself. Did I do 4 laps?
I'm gonna stop at house. 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's okay. Go get mama. Go get mama. You go get mama. Go get mama. Wow, that was 4, right? Yeah, that was like way faster. Like what the freak fast. For me. That felt really good. Marshall, you're the man. Both times you told me to change something, look what happened. Both times got way faster. That's a spotter for you guys. So, no matter what, it's always best to fly with buddies. I don't have any right now, so I have to fly against myself. But I really appreciate you guys dropping in and hanging out. So yeah, now I guess we could just do some talk time. I've come to the conclusion that the 2300 kV setup that I've done massive amount of testing with is for sure the fastest and the best out of everything that I've used. Also, that run was with the Dow 5249C Cyclone props. So, I mean, I made 4 laps, and that was only a 1300 6S. We saw earlier I did a 1300 6S on that on those Emax motors. I could barely do 3 laps, barely, and way slower. So I think this is a winner. I really think this setup is a real winner for at least the following year. So let me go get that quad. I'll talk to you about it. And yeah, Marshall, no championships for me, man. I never went to any of the regional qualifiers or anything. I was doing DR1, and honestly, with the baby here, I have my financial obligations. I'm working basically in Tucson for almost 3 weeks during the entire time championships is going on. So no chance for me this year, which is okay. There's plenty of races to go to, so that's just another race, and I definitely cannot wait. I cannot wait to get out there and start racing again. It's been a couple of months now, and
1, go.
So yeah, and my local series BMPR is taking a hiatus right now. So they don't want to do anything because they think it's too cold, and since we made that announcement, it seems like nobody really flies here anymore. Everybody's doing tiny whoop and stuff, which is fine, but it's not fine for me. You know, I like to race for real, and so anyway, let me go get the quad and we'll talk about it. All right, I got hot here. That's what I'm talking about. Flying from inside the house, it's hot. It is hot inside of here. The last run was on 6S. It was this one right here. It was a Bonka 95C 1300 milliamp 6 cell. This 5S was what I flew earlier on that other quad. It's still puffy. It's nasty, so she gone. All right, so you guys let me talk about this ARC 1. So this is going to be a ready-to-fly kit, first quarter next year. Thanks, man, Bruno. I appreciate it, dude. So it's got a carbon fiber camera mount, which is really important to me. I've noticed that I've always liked having the TPU mounts. But that's when I was flying the CCD cameras. The CCD cameras don't really show as much
5,
shakes and waves as the CMOS cameras.
2, 1, go.
Actually, I can stop that now. Nah. Okay. No more of that. Close window. Bam. All right. So, what was I saying? Yes. I fly the Predator, the V3 Predators now, which are CMOS cameras. Reason being, you could see their light change is just unmatched for the CCD cameras. I know that the RunCam cameras seem to be a pretty good about it, and I know you could do a lot of adjustments to make the CCD cameras do better. But there's just nothing that I've seen that compares to the Predator Micro V3, which is why I run them. They simply go down. Oh yeah, let me plug in. Let me plug in a quad. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird whenever I don't have a quad plugged in, the bitrate goes down. So, yeah, again, this has carbon fiber camera mounts because it does it. You could see I have no waves, no nothing. Even when I bend a prop, it's just nice and solid. I don't have those that CMOS wave, which is just terrible. The CCD cameras, they don't really have an issue with it, so it's okay. Hey, Bata. Hi, baby. You saying hi? So yeah. Carbon fiber camera mounts, which is a huge thing that we just needed to do it. It's got a nice thick top plate, provides plenty of protection. We'll also have an option to do a full molded canopy, which is it's not even going to be TPU. It's going to be vacuum formed, which is going to be really nice. Throw an LED inside of it, and it lights up the whole thing, which is kind of cool. Also, we'll have TPU parts that you could put on, like side parts. Antenna mount, the new TBS little single antenna mount if you want to, for that new Crossfire antenna. It's just like add-on stuff, so everything will be add-on, but you don't have to print them and stuff yourself. You don't have to go to like Thingiverse. We're gonna have it all, so you can just buy it. You don't have to worry about anything. You could just get it, get whatever you want. If you want to run a canopy, cool. If you want to run top plate only, you want to run it super light, you can do whatever. We do have arms in 3, 4, and 5 millimeter. I've noticed that 5 millimeter just makes it super stiff, and there's just no shakes, no wobbles. The tune is just rock solid on 4, 5, and 6S, like you saw. It doesn't do anything funky. It just stays carving on the line. It is drilled for a 20 by 20 stack, but will also have you could put a 30 by 30 if that's what you prefer. It's going to have the holes for both. I'm running the 20 by 20, which is the Flight 1 stack, the Millivolt OSD Spark 32 combo. I'm running it on 4, 5, and 6S on high KV without a single glitch. I don't run caps. This particular one has the little cheap AKK3 VTX, which is a Smart Audio VTX I got from Race Day Quads. It works freaking amazing. And the Smart Audio does work. Flight 1 has all of the Smart Audio stuff figured out, so all of those VTXs will work just fine, not just the immersions and tramps. Let's see. I always use the Kevlar reinforced straps. I got these from Race Day as well, Race Day Quads, and I've never broke a strap ever. And I run a little piece of UMA grip on the bottom. It'll come with all that stuff. But the frames are going to be released before anything. The frames and batteries. So I got the dark side batteries coming out, which is basically what I've been running all day today. Yeah, it works. It just works. It just simply works. It's not. Yeah, there's only so many ways you can make a quad, and this is a racing quad. This goes together really, really fast and easy. It looks sexy and sharp in the air. I just really, really enjoy flying this quad. Out of everything I've flown so far, this has me all over it. Truk designed this thing, and he did a really killer job. I really, really dig it. And you can fly whatever receiver you want. I personally like Crossfire the best because I think it's the best. Just a little Crossfire Nano, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, the full ready to fly kit will come with everything that you see just like this, minus these Willy motors. It's going to have dark side 2306, 2300 kV motors. I'm not going to do any different options for motors on the ready to fly because it defeats the purpose of it being a 4, 5, and 6S killer. I don't believe that there's anything really much better for that at this point than 2300 kV, because 2300 kV, let's face it, that's a lot for 5S, much less 6S. 6S is just insane. You're talking 140 plus miles per hour on the right props. So yeah, you ain't gonna be going that fast going through gates, not anytime soon. But this will let you do it. And I'll show you what I just have. Just a floss canopy, just an old floss one. Check this out. So this is the same thing. This is just a floss canopy that it just fits right on top of the Arc One. So if you want to run just a canopy, I tend to not run the fins anymore. Reason being, I figure at the level of competition that I'm flying against, if I crashed, I've already lost anyway, and I don't really feel good about flipping over and winning a race that way. I mean, in a big race, obviously you got to do what you got to do, and of course I say, have a turtle mode or a Koopa mode enabled, because if there's money on the line, then what the heck, why would you not? Killing the battery on the second stream. So the antennas, what antenna am I running? Dave Small. I'm running on, so this one here that I've been running all day is the Foxeer Lollipop. The Lollipop antenna, the little screw-on antennas that kind of resemble the Axes. I've been running Axes forever, but battery is actually dying. Oh, this battery's dying. Thank you. 1 second. Wow. Thank you. I am new to FPV. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the heads up, guys. Thank you. No, it's okay. Scream at me. I'm a little slow. So yeah, this is the Foxeer Lollipop. It's Foxeer Lollipop 2. This is a right-hand antenna, but they come in rights and lefts. They're sharp. They're sexy little antennas, and you see the quality is great. And on the second quad that I was just flying on this Arc One is also it's the Foxeer Lollipop, but it's just the little SMA version. See, it just goes directly on my VTX there, just through I'm sorry, UFL, not a SMA. I meant UFL. So this is just a direct snap onto the UFL. I just give myself a little bit of play in there, and I just threw a zip tie on there, just because I don't have the 3D printed part to have this sit right up here, nice and slick. But it still works just fine. Just a single zip tie on there, and you can see, I mean, my video has been flawless, flying from inside of the house. So great antennas. I think I'll be flying the Foxeer antennas from here out, because they're just freaking amazing. As far as different powertrains, the motors that I've used on this setup on 4, 5, and 6S. What I could tell you that works perfect on 4 and 5S. I've used the Emax LS series motors, the 2300s that are just like the bone stock Hawk 5 motors. They run just fine on 4 and 5S with this, not on the Magnum stack. If you plug a 5 in on the 5S on the Magnum stack on the 2300s on a stock Hawk 5, you're probably going to melt it. The stack just isn't quite strong enough. It needs to be lower kV. But on this stack, you could run it. You could run it 4 or 5S just fine. Something else that I've really enjoyed flying are the brother hobbies from Josh Sarge. He's a guy in Arizona, super fast. He flies under Spitfire. His motors are these cool looking the titanium ones, the titanium looking brother hobbies. So this is called a R6 motor. I'm sorry, this is a 2207 2150 kV R6. That's what these ones right here are. And these can run fine on 4, 5. 6S, they will run, but I have had some desyncing issues with these motors. They do desync, so that's something to keep in mind. It does work, but they do have some desync. The LS motors will desync like crazy, so don't even try. I was running the RS series today, the RS2 2550s on 4, 5, and 6S, and I didn't feel a desync, which is really good. Issue with those is the bearings are really small and they get chewed up really, really quickly. If you crash them, you get dirt in them, they just grind. They're terrible. So the small bearings in those is something that I would kind of want to stay away from. Let's see. I've also run the old Emax red bottoms, or not the white tops, the 2306 2400s. I've run those on 4, 5, 6S. They do desync. So again, they desync. I've run the new T motors. I've run the F80s, the 2200 F80s. They don't like 6S. They desync really bad on 6S, but 4 and 5, they're really good. Now, the F60 Pro 2, the F60 Pro 2 2350s are amazing. 4, 5, and 6S, they can run them all no problem. And that's 2350. So I know the 2200s or even the lower KV is happy as can be, but the 2350 is that magic spot, that 2300-ish KV, where you can run 4S on it and win races. You can run 5S on it and smash races. You can run 6S on it and go plaid. I mean, it's up to you. But the F60 Pro 2 is a legit motor. I cannot say how much I like that Pro 2. This one right here. Where did you go? There you are. Pro 2. This is 22. Yeah, so here's the F60 Pro 2 2200s on this and this is a so this is a hybrid Leo with the longer arms in the back, shorter in the front. But yeah, this is a 2200 kV. This will eat up 4, 5, and 6S all day long. No problem. No problem at all. Highly recommend those motors. So hit up Vivian from T-Motor. They're high-quality motors. They do bend, but everything bends on 6S, 140 mile an hour. So there's no different than any other motor out there. Great bearings, great strength. They're sexy motors. They make a ton of power. I speak very highly of the T-Motor F60 series. I really like them. I like F60s much more than I like the F80s. So take that with for what it is. All right, another motor. Let's see that I've got that can do. This one's here. So here is a lightweight Arc 1 with a canopy. So this is a 4mm version. The reason I like to run the canopy on these 4mm is the arms. It makes so much power, it'll flex and it gives you those waves, those CMOS waves with the Predator camera. Now it's not on all of them, but it's on a lot of them. This is still running the same exact powertrain. This is running a TBS Unify Pro MMCX with just a plug-in TBS MMCX antenna. Still amazing quality video. But the motors here, these are the X-Nova 2206 2600s. These are great motors, and honestly, if I had to compare these to something, I would say they feel kind of like a T-motor. They feel similar to the T-motor. I think, obviously these get a little bit more efficiency because of the smaller stator, but they don't have that raw horsepower feel of the 2306. But that honestly might just be in my head because I tend to run this only on 4. I will run this on 5S tops, but this is happiest on 4S. So I would say these X-Novas, you need to gear these properly to whatever KB you're running. If you're running 6S, then 1750s is probably where you're going to want to stay. If you want to run 5S, you can do it, but it will start to desync. 6S is a no-go on these X-Novas on 2600 kV. No-go at all. They will desync and you'll fall out of the sky. And you'll probably end up frying a motor. But that being said, 4S, this thing competes with it. They're nasty. They're fast on 4S, and 5S is even crazier. But they're really similar feeling to a T-motor, like a smaller, maybe like an F40, I guess is what they'd be called. I've never tried an F40, but I think it would be similar to what a smaller stator motor would feel like. I think, besides that, I have some motors that I do have some motors that are not being made anymore. Some Foxy or Datura motors, which are 2206 2700s. Good on 4 or 5, and I've run on 6S, but I've melted some motors on 6S. I mean, obviously, it's just too much kV. So 4 and 5 is okay. Still, though, keep this in mind, guys. If you need to run these multi-GP 2 minutes, finish a lap you're on, crazy races that are just so long, you want to lower the KV. I mean, 1800 even is still a little high for 6S because that's going to come out to like 2550-ish, I think, on 4S. The reason they came out with 2300 kV motors like long time ago is the whole efficiency thing. It's kind of the magic spot for what we fly. So I would say 1600 to 1700 kV on 6S if you need to go a long distance. maybe 1900, 1800 to 1900 5S. 2100 I'd say it's kind of the top, and then the 2300, 21 to 2400, 2450 tops ish for 4S is going to give you that real nice clean efficiency range. But if you want everything, you could just get these 2300s run 4S. It's going to be plenty fast. Obviously, you saw that. If you run 5S on it, it's going to be even faster. Your efficiency goes down a little bit, but you can still finish 4 laps. Like here, I still ran it for 2 minutes, or go 6 minutes with a 1300 to a 1500 milliamp battery and go ludicrous speed when you need to. But I mean, let's face it, you're not going to be pinning that 6S the same way that you pin a 4S around an entire course. You're going to be hitting it in the comfortable places. So it'll do it. It'll do it no problem. So I highly recommend. I highly recommend the Willys. These Willy 2306s. I can't stand them because it says Willy on them, and I can't stand seeing Wild Willie's name on a motor. It makes my eyeballs go crooked. The same way Vanover's name is on his frame. I love his frame to death, but I can't stand it because it says Vanover, and I won't put my name on anything because it just drives me nuts. I'll put Darkside on it, but I'm not putting Nytfury, anything this Shaun Taylor nonsense. That's nonsense. But even though they say Willy on them, they're amazingly, really, really strong, fast, good motors. I highly recommend checking out the Willy motors if you haven't already. Again, and then the T motors are right there with it, absolutely right there with it. High quality, premium motor. And then these Brother Hobbies that I got from Josh Sargé. I mean, those are kind of like my top 3. Those 2150s, even on 4S, they get it on pretty good. They really like 5S, but 6S they shine, but they will desync a little bit. So they got to be my third, my third from the top. But they're still great motors, and they're a great price. And I love the way they look. So that's pretty much it. I've got batteries coming out soon. I've got the motor. Everything is getting made. Motors getting made. Everything's getting done. The frames will be here really soon, and hopefully these ready to flies will be out in your guys' hands first quarter of next year. I wish I could do it right now. I mean, the thing is, you can get the frames and you can just buy the components from your retail store, and you can make the exact same thing. But you can see here it's proven, and it's something that I've really grown fond over this past year. So definitely I'd check into them. Yeah, 2400 kV on 6S. Yeah, 5051s, no problem. What motors is that? Any ideas for a good Hex FC and ESC combo? Oh, hazard given. I don't know, man. Hexes sure do look cool in the air, though, but I really don't know. Last time I flew a Hex, it was back in the Nays 32 days. Let's see. Let me read up some of the comments here, guys. By the way, I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I was going to post up a Discord channel so you guys can talk to me audibly, but it's just kind of a pain in the butt. It tends to work only when it wants to. Let's see, Dave Small, yeah, 2500 kV on F64S. Yeah, their T motors are so smooth. They're ridiculously smooth. Let's see, Panasonic solid-state capacitors for high kV, best caps in the world. Yeah, I have heard the Panasonics are amazing caps. I just don't run caps on anything. V2 Pro, good balance, yeah. 120 amp peak. So today I was probably hitting close to 200 amps on a full hairpin on the high kV 6S runs, which is nuts. I have not tried the 1750s, but I'm sure that they're just as smooth and they're just going to be even more efficient. A little less top end.
Finish.
William Elias put Hawkward on the frame. I just don't think that's going to happen, buddy. I don't think that'll happen. I'm sorry.
2, 1.
Let's see. F40 V2 Pros hits ESC current limit. Yeah, see, I turn my current limits as well as the temperature protection off in VL Heli when I'm building quads. Where is the ARC 1 going to be available? Obviously, it'll be available on Flight 1, and I'm sure it's going to be available from Surge at Pyroflip. See if Get FPV wants to get on it. Race Day Quads. Obviously, I can carry some here. I don't have a problem driving down and shipping some myself from the post office. Let's see. Why is Home mad at you? Well, don't feel bad, Mr. Skadoosh. I don't get invited to the local stuff all that much anymore either. I don't know. I guess I am a bully. I don't know. It sucks, man, because I always try to include everybody, but it's okay. I got you guys, and I do have my buddies here. I got my good old Grumpy Gary. He thinks he retired, but I won't let him. I've been doing some drift trike stuffs with him, and then yeah, I've got my buddy Tim. Tim's been coming out. He's brand new. He's been flying like not all that long, and he's putting in the work every single day. He's got a really good attitude, so I enjoy flying with Tim. He's just brand new. We were all there at one point, and he loves it. But I just hope he keeps on coming out and doesn't get discouraged. Yeah, I know, Dreadwink. He thinks he's retired. I told him, I said every time he wants to go, I'll go drift triking with him. But for every drift trike outing, that's an FPV session. So he says he's going to have to talk to his people about that. That's what he told me last night. I'm sure Grumpy Gary and Grumpy Trev will probably get along. Grumpy Gary's awesome. Then I got all my other boys that I used to fly with. They're just I know Ricky's he got married. He's out trying to buy a house now, so he's just doing the thing. He just doesn't have time. I don't know where Jules is at. Jules just kind of gave up. I don't know what's up with Jules, but I miss him. And then it just our local scene here has just turned static. There's just nothing going on ever. We don't have any races. The last race we had was BMPR, I believe it was 7. That was last month, which is an amazing race, but we're taking a hiatus right now. Blue Museum is it's just a little cold, and a hiatus is good, from just racing every month, I think, like having a specific race, but I think a lot of the local guys think that a hiatus means you just stop flying, and I don't understand that at all. Like, a hiatus is where you practice to get better. We all know that race days is just where you get graded. It's not race day doesn't mean a dang thing. It just shows how much you've worked, for up to that race day. Nothing ever ends, but it seems like, unfortunately, a lot of the people that fly here think that a hiatus means we quit. So I mean, it's really sad. It's sickening to me, but I ain't gonna quit. I'm gonna just keep on flying. But it's I'm not gonna lie to you. It's hard. It's really, really hard to fly alone. But you got to do what you got to do, right? Let's see. Yeah, Ricky P is he's doing his thing, man. He's trying to buy a house, and he's working. He just got married. He's doing the life thing, which is okay. Alrighty, guys. If you I don't know if you have any more questions for me. I think it's a pretty good live stream. 2 hours. If you have any specific questions for me, this obviously where I'm flying. This is our new place. This is where power cycle this thing. It's beeping at me. This is the new house. It's temporary. We are going to be moving to California, but right now, while the baby comes, we're staying with family. We have our house. We're going to be putting it up on the market to fund the new house that we're building in California, which is nice, because I know that people in California, like they're about it. Like there's a huge group that always flies together, good attitudes. Everyone pushes each other, which is it's something that I just desperately need in my life. I need people to fly with. I need to be pushed, and I just like being around it. I like being around the environment. But it's definitely tough to do it alone. But I'm doing it. Danette's FPV, small gates versus big gates for training. Both, dude. You don't want to just do one. Small gates are going to teach you to be real precise, but you're also going to naturally fly slower. And then big gates are going to teach you to fly really fast, and you're not going to be as precise. So you could see, like here in this video, I'm using both. I do there's some small gates out there. There's some big gates out there, and then there's just regular size gates out there. So you want to mix it up, man. Mix it up back and forth. Keep yourself outside your comfort zone. I figured out today that this is a good way for me to push myself. I don't really do all that well with just having a timing system, but here I know that I'm racing myself, and the thing is I don't have a spotter, so I'm kind of pushing all the way to the very end, which is good. It gets my blood pumping. So this is a good way. I'd say if you're alone, like set something like this up, it might be a good way to push yourself, because it felt pretty good for me today. And also just having you guys on here, telling me what to fix. I know Marshall said a couple of things on how to clean up some lines, and I went faster. So it's really nice having people to critique you, and you don't hurt my feelings. Tell me if I'm doing something stupid. If you see something that I'm like, why the heck are you doing that, Shaun? Tell me, because I'll fix it. I mean, I do the same things at big races. I'll do a slalom and I'll overdo it just because I did it the first time and I haven't really fixed it. Like maybe at a practice. So, yeah, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. But yeah, this is a pretty good session. I'd say maybe I'll do this once a week. I'm thinking of possibly starting up a little podcast with my wife too, to talk about the past, the present, the future. Just hang out, and we could just chat, have a good time, and maybe we could fly some tiny whoops and stuff too, and get some people over here and start doing some fun racing. Oh, that reminds me, I'm not a tiny whooper by any means at all. But I did get this little bad boy, this Mobula 7. It is freaking fun, man. I got a couple of these 2S batteries that I'm sorry, a couple of 1S batteries. These Guaneng from Surge, from Pyroflip, the GNBs. Let's see, the GNB 450 1Ss, and I just threw some black tape on there, and boom, 2S. And I can actually fly the racetrack that I flew today with this bad boy. And I'm just going to order one of those new updated frames, because this is the original frame that I guess they break really easily. I haven't broke mine, but I don't fly it a whole lot. But I highly recommend this Mobula 7, man, for a tiny whoop. It's freaking insane. Like I was flying 1S all throughout the house, no problem. Then 2S, I'm flying outside, doing this racetrack, doing dives and stuff with a freaking tiny whoop. Like, that's insane. So yeah, I would definitely check out the Mobula 7. It's a really, really good platform, I think. Brushless. I know they got that new little tiny what is it, Tiny King, or that 3S tiny whoop, which is dropping now. It looks freaking insane fast. I think it's only 2S and 3S though, which is a problem. If you want to do tiny whoop inside the house, you can do 2S, but I'm thinking it's going to still be just way too much than using, say like a one of those alien whoops, or just a good old classic Jesse P tiny whoop, an Inductrix FPV. They're so locked in for the tight indoor spaces. Oh, Granger, I would do a lap with it, dude, but I got to charge batteries. I'll do that next time. I'll start out with the Mobula 7 rip around the track. It's funny because it has that crazy field of view, so it looks fast, but I'm in the straightaway for like 18 minutes. So it feels fast, but it's not really all that fast. But yeah, the Mobula 7 can do 1S and 2S, which I think is a little bit more realistic for a tiny whoop. I think about 3S tiny whoop, and I'm like, well, 3S, if you fly it outside, why don't you just build a little, 2-inch or 3-inch quad and do 3S? It'll be nuts fast. So I don't know. I think the Mobula 7 is a really good balance for indoor, outdoor. I think like the Tiny Hawk is just good for just indoor with the 1S, but the Beta 65X and the 75X seem to be really, really close to the Mobula 7. I flew a Beta. I flew them both, and I personally like the Mobula 7 leaps and bounds better. I don't know exactly why. Maybe it has a little bit higher KV, but it flies great. So if you guys are, if you're not able to go outside and fly, to get outside and fly, it's too cold or snowing or whatever, highly recommend this Mobula 7. Seriously, like, it's super fun. It's fun for me, and I hate micro racing. I hate tiny whoop, but I could still do it. So yeah, I recommend it. So anyway, guys, I really appreciate you joining. Let me see if there's any more questions before I take off here. Shaun, are you coming to Slovenia next year? The DHL race was, oh yeah. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, tell him I said hi. That was cool seeing that, man. Slovenia was so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I definitely I will be back. I'll be re-signing with DHL again. We've already kind of locked that in. So you guys got to stick with my ugly mug for at least another year. So I'm here to stay, and hopefully I'll see you guys there in Slovenia. Hopefully we're running there again. All righty, Granger. Guys, I appreciate you. You leave me comments. You can, thumbs ups, thumbs downs. If I offend someone, I don't mean to. Just tell me if I say anything that bugs you guys, or if I'm not saying enough, or if there's something that you'd like to see from me. just let me know. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I want to make it more entertaining for all of us. So, yeah, whatever I can do to make this better, just let me know. Later, guys. I appreciate you. Oh, what props are great on light quads? Junk 8874. By the way, I love that name, Junk. Light quads. Oh, dang! We even talk about the ethics. These things right here. These things are amazing. These are Mr. Steele's props from HQ. They're an ethics prop, I believe. They are 50. They're 5 by 4.3 by 3. They're really super strong. Really good on a lightweight on a lightweight rig. Yeah, definitely check those out. Also, there's plenty of light props. Like a 50-40 try is always going to be amazing. Any 50-40 try, it's just that, you know, that not too much of a not too much prop for a lightweight build. But yeah, check out those Ethics S3 props. I think you'll be happy with them. All right, guys. Later.